do you make of Obama's transparency problem, the way some are portraying it?
I personally have a problem with it. He campaigned and got the support of people like me based on the fact that he was interested in having a transparent government, and he has certainly not fulfilled those promises, as Isikoff said, from refusing to release the White House visitors logs, from refusing to comply with court orders because of state secrets, and a variety of other situations. He has not been transparent.
Brian, your view?
Well, look, I think you're right. I think that we are seeing a return to policies that he promised he would avoid, to secrecy. But it's nothing inconsistent with what Barack Obama was before he was elected president. As state senator, he destroyed the records, his paper records from his state senate tenure. During the campaign, he was extremely buttoned down. It wasn't like he volunteered to go out to press conferences. And we all recall when he complained about questions from the press while he was trying to eat his waffle. I mean, it's no surprise that since he took over the White House that we see a failure to disclose waivers granted for lobbyists to work in the administration, to the closure of White House visitor logs, to refusing to release reports on the effectiveness of D.C.'s school voucher program. This is of the keeping with what Barack Obama has been, a Chicago poll.
Well, all of that may be true, and in fact, all the specifics you cited are true, but what about the bigger perspective here that despite all of that, he is still offering more transparency, more openness, answering more press questions than President Bush did?
David, I don't see it. If someone wants to produce a record of the number of press conferences and questions that Barack Obama has taken, records disclosed, I just don't see it. I mean, a week ago, I guess it was, he fired the AmeriCorps Inspector General for apparently investigating a political ally. I just don't see that this is any sort of new politics, new openness, transparency, or anything.
So, Jane, do you see it as being the same as the Bush administration? You're saying you're disappointed, but do you equate what we're seeing from the Obama administration with what we saw the past 8 years?
Well, I don't think so. I mean, he did release the Office of Legal Counsel memos that he was ordered to release. You know, he has at least tried to get information out there in a way that George Bush didn't. But I think that one of the interesting things we're seeing right now is that conservatives and progressives are coming together and asking for more transparency. That happened, you saw last week, with the bailout of the European banks that went through the supplemental. There's House Resolution 1207, which called for more transparency at the Federal Reserve now that Obama wants to give them more power. And that's got 237 bipartisan co-sponsors. So I think he's going to be facing more bipartisan opposition to this lack of transparency. When you get someone from Red State and someone from my blog essentially saying the same thing, I think it's going to be something that he's going to have to contend with.
Indeed. Jane Hamshire and Brian Fahnen, great to see you both. Thank you both for coming on.